welcome to Sarah's Stamping Retreat. Today I'm going to be showing you another one of our really lovely kits. So this one is the No Matter the Weather card kit, and these are really good value. So this is £18 in the UK, and you get a basic grey stamping spot. Let me just put the box to the side. You get this stamp set. So it says, "Let love grow, you're capable of amazing things, no matter the weather, we're in this together, wishing you brighter days." And then it's got some clouds, a flower, some raindrops, some hearts, this pattern here, or on that pattern. So we've got a few different things. We've got these drops, it's got glue dots. So you can use the glue dots. I've got liquid glue that I'll probably use instead of those. Then we've got some twine. We've got a full set of dimensionals. These are our instructions here. And then we've got some card fronts. So we've got these ones with the wellies on, these ones with the clouds, these kind of puddly type ones. So you've got 3 each of those, so we can make 9 cards with this kit. And then we've got envelopes which have the nice kind of coloured inserts. So we've got green, yellow and peach. Then we've got all our card blanks, and then we've got 3 sheets of these pop out pieces, and we've got 1 sheet of these with the sentiment strips on. And even though you only actually need 3 of each of these, you get 5 of each, so if you make a mistake then you've got a spare. So I'm going to start by showing you the cards that the actual instructions show us how to do. So let's start with this one. So you can see we need this piece here. So let's put the rest of those to the side. And we also need one of these. And then we need the wellies with the flowers coming out the top. And we also need the rabbit and a heart. And then we'll need a bit of twine, but we'll leave that for a second. So let's just put some of these bits that we don't need right now to the side. So I'll make this first one with the glue dots so that you can see how they work, and then I'm going to move and use some liquid glue because I prefer to use that for this kind of thing, and I'll save these glue dots and use them for, I like to use glue dots to like add bows and things like that. So it says that we need to use this first to stamp on the ground. I guess that's to look like it's raining. So the other thing that I should have said is that it also comes with a block, but I actually gave mine away, so I'm just going to use this block, which isn't exactly the same, but it's a similar size. So you literally do get everything that you need to make the cards. So I'm just going to ink up my stamp. So just stamp that a few times on there, like in the picture. And then it wants to put some dimensionals on the back of the wellies and on the back of the rabbit. And then a glue dot on the back of the hat. Now we want to use the Let Love Grow sentiment on here. And then it says to put some dimensionals on there. And then it just says to use 11 inches of this ribbon. I don't actually think we're going to need 11 inches because it's just a little squiggle. We're probably just being a bit generous. So I'm going to do mine this size, and then I just need to get my scissors. So there's a little measury bit on the side of here. So I've actually used about 7.5 inches rather than 11. So I'm just going to bunch that up like that. And then we can just stick that behind here. I've actually done it the other side, but never mind. I didn't really think about the fact that it was getting flipped over. And then we just need to add some of these, look. And then it just says to use 4 glue dots. And then we're going to add this onto our card front. So now there's our cute card. So then the second one is this one. So I'm going to take this, and then we just need to add some extra depth with the clouds. So I'm going to stamp one up here, like there you go. And then stamp this one underneath. So I'm just following the pattern for this one. So I'm just doing exactly as what's shown in the guidelines. I'm just going to use this one. So this one is this one here. So I can just add that on here. That's all of my clouds. Now I need the circle, and we're using No Matter the Weather, we're in this together. I'm just going to stamp this on my grid paper a second first, just to get the first print out the way. Now I'm just going to use my liquid glue. You can see they've used glue dots. I'm just going to use my liquid glue. So then I'm going to pop that there like that. And then we'll take this piece and the flowers. You can see they've just used like a little loop of the twine again. So I'm just going to create a loop first. Their loop's about the same size as the actual boots, so I'm going to use that as a guide. It says 11 inches, but again we definitely don't need 11 inches, they're being quite generous there. So I'm just going to shape my little loops. And then I'm going to pop a glue dot on. I'm just going to make sure the glue dot sticks to all 3 parts of that. And then I can add that to the side of my boot. And then it just says to put some dimensionals on the back of here. And some on the back of here as well. And then we can take our little droplets and pop some of those in the sky. There are our little raindrops. I don't know if you can really see them very well on the camera. And then we're just going to add that to a card front again. So that's our second card done. And then this is the third card we're going to make. So we need this. Now we need these water droplets. So we're just going to stamp those all around. So then I'm going to stamp this, and it looks like they've done 3-phase stamping, so I'll put that there and that there. It looks like they've done a lighter one as well. So then they've wrapped cord around the card. So they've wrapped it around twice, and then they've tied a bow. Let's just chop off the ends. And then we want to use these. So I'm just going to pull that over. So that sits further to the end. So that's it, then it sits at the end of there. And then we're just going to put some dimensionals on the back of there. And then we're going to take the blue one. And then we've got "You are capable of amazing things." And then I'm just going to stamp that off here. And then I'll stamp it on the blue. And then it just says to put 3 glue dots on the back, so I'm just going to add a bit of glue. And then I'm just going to add some more of these drops. And we're just going to glue that onto our card blank. Then that's our 3rd card done, so let's bring in the other ones. So those are the 3 that come with instructions, and now I'm going to have a go at making 3 of my own design. So then in the stamp set, the things that we've not used yet are this flower, 3 hearts, and wishing you brighter days ahead. And then we've got these 4 hearts left. So we've obviously got 4 hearts extra on each sheet than we need. So I'm going to try and use some of those bits in my other cards. So really, all I'm going to do is mix up the pieces to make slightly different layouts. So I'm going to put the bunny on this one and this. So let's just stamp that. I think I quite like, no matter the weather, we're in this together for that. So she's with the little bunny. I'm going to put some rain in the background. So I think I'm going to do like we did on the first one with this, and put this on the floor and the raindrops in the sky. So you don't have to think that you need to like reinvent the wheel if you want to kind of have a go at making your own things. You can just like mix around some of the little ephemera pieces, or do a slightly different background or something like that. You don't have to reinvent the wheel, just swap things around to suit you. And I mean, I'm just giving this as an idea. Obviously, if it suits you better, then just do them all the same way as the instructions. I'm just giving these as some ideas, because sometimes you don't particularly like one element of a card or something. I'm actually going to do a few different levels of rain, so that it's kind of, you've got kind of some in the background, some in the foreground. So I'm just stamping and stamping off to get that two-tone effect. So I'm going to glue the sentiment on there. I want to use the rabbit to make sure I get the right placement. And then I'm going to pop my rabbit up on dimensionals. And I might add that little heart as well. Now I can glue this to my card front. So that's our first of the different cards done. Then I thought that on this one it'd be quite cute if it was like raining hearts. So I'm going to stamp some hearts on. So I'm going to use all three sizes of hearts. I'm going to start with the biggest. Now go for the next one down. And then I use the really tiny one to fill in the gaps. Then I'm going to use Let Love Grow on this one. And then I'm just going to secure some of the twine at the back with one of the glue dots. And I'm just going to wrap it around a couple of times. And then I'll secure the other end as well. So I'm going to pop all of these bits on with dimensionals. It doesn't matter that these stick out over the side of it because our card blank is wider than this piece of card anyway, so it'll just stick onto the card blank. And I'm going to pop that over there as well. I just need to stick on my sentiment as well. So I'm just going to glue this onto my card front. So that's this one finished. Then for my final card, I thought I'd use this one here. I've got the hearts as well. I'm going to use Wishing You Brighter Days Ahead, and I'm going to pop that next to it. So let's just stamp that off on here because we've not used that one yet. I like to stamp it off for my first use, just because sometimes there's a bit of residue left from the manufacturing process. So usually it's better on like the second or third stamp rather than the first one. So then this one I'm going to do really simple. So let's just pop some dimensionals on the back of here. And then I'm just going to cut a bit of dimensional to go behind the heart. So that's going to go at the end there. And I can glue that on. My glue's running out a bit, so rather than going and getting another one, I'm just going to use the glue dots for this. And I'll just pop some glue dots behind the other two as well. And then I'll put another 4 glue dots on the back. So then that's our final card for today. And so when you finish, we've obviously got another 3 cards that we could make. So on the first sheet of ephemera I had 4 hearts left. Obviously I used more hearts on the one that I've just done. So from that one, I've just got one heart left and a yellow pair of wellies. I've made 6 cards out of that, so I've only got 3 more, so you'll definitely have some dimensionals left as well, loads of the string left. You'll have some, I've actually messed up on a couple of these, but even if I mess up on one more, I still have a couple of the tags left at the end. I'll have my stamp set that I can use again, my stamping block I can use again. I'll have probably a few of these because look, I've only used that many. And I'll have quite a lot of glue dots. Obviously I've been using my glue instead. And then I'll have my stamp set, my stamp block and my ink pad that I can use again. So I'm going to have a lot of stuff left over at the end of finishing these cards. So I think that's really good value for money. So I'm just going to bring the other cards in. You can see that my designs are along the top and the ones from the kit are along the bottom. So even though I've only switched around some of the ephemera, then you do get some different looks, and so I'm quite pleased with my cards. I might just add a few of these onto the rain here. I think that will make that look nice as well. Just add a bit of added dimension to the project. So I'm really happy with how those turned out. If you enjoyed today's video, I'd appreciate you clicking a like below. You can also press subscribe if you'd like to see future videos. If you press the bell button and select all, then YouTube will also notify you when I've got a new video available. The kit that we've used for today's projects is listed in the description below, and you'll also find a host code there. So if you pop my host code into your basket before you check out, then I'll send you a free gift after the end of the month. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you again soon.